There are a few questions that I would like answered when it comes to what's going on inside of these tiny boats. Number one, is there any water inside these holes? Because I have never drained either one of these boats, and people say that there's already not that great of a seal. So the first thing I want to find out is how much water is in both of these boats after some serious use. Number two, is there any light coming in from the inside, meaning a bad seal, a hole, or if you've seen my durability inspection video, the front of my pontoons are about paper thin. So number two, we gotta check if there's any light coming through. Number three, I wanna see the foam. Is the foam waterlogged? Is it cracked? What is it looking like? And number four, if we can view it, I would like to see once and for all if there's any wood on these benches or not. I've heard some models have wood, some don't. I got some questions, and today we're gonna figure it out. But I am not splitting open my holes. I have heard that they are not sealed great to begin with, so splitting them open, re-putting them back together, I don't want to play that game. So I had to get some help for today's video. So DXZtoz reached out and sent me this super fancy Borescope with a 5-foot kind of snake, so I can stick it into the drain plugs of these boats, into the front of the pontoons. And I don't know how much we're going to be able to see, but this is going to be a ton of fun. So this is how we're going to be able to get inside of the boats without splitting the hole, and it's going to be a really good way to see if any light is coming through. So I'm going to rig that thing up, and we're going to violate these poor drain plugs and see what kind of nightmares we can unfold. If you haven't seen the inspection video, check it out. It didn't go so well, and I'm hoping I get a little bit better news today. This is literally the only option that I could actually think of, and it's perfect because it's actually meant for engines, but you can put them in walls and really whatever you want to see inside of. But this thing is super cool if I don't break it first. It's waterproof and oil proof, so even if there is inches of water inside of these boats, which I'm kind of concerned about, it's not going to affect this thing. Look at that. Big old screen. All right, this thing is so cool. So we can turn it on. I'll show you how it works. All right, it's booting up. Look at this thing. All right, so there's a dial on the side. Look at that. You can move that head. That is so weird. So how this is gonna help us is there's a screen right here. There's an SD card that it comes with so I can actually record what we're seeing. This is so crazy. Okay, so we can bend it like this so I can stick it in the drain plugs and we can really move it around. It has a light, I can zoom in, and it also has different camera views. So I can press that. There is a side view, and then there's also a split view. So I'm going to record what I can see. We're gonna stick it in, and hopefully there's not a whole lot of light coming through. All right, Mr. Pond Prowler, it's time for your, what do you call them? It's where they stick it up your butt. Okay, I'm recording. Let's see what we can see. It's kind of scary. Okay, let's turn our light on. If I can freaking... All right. It is dark, but there's the foam. Okay, that's the inside of the rivet there. Looks like it's sealed. Okay, so yeah, I don't want to take that off. Okay, we have a ton of sand inside the pontoons. I was not expecting so much sand in there. What the heck? All right, this is a little bit hard to use. I'm not seeing a whole lot of water. I'm just gonna shove this thing really deep in there and see what happens. Okay. Pretty deep. Foam looks great. Okay, this is about halfway through the boat. I don't see any cracks. This is so wild. Okay, I think I've got her jammed here. Oh. What is that? What are we looking at? All right, let me try a different view. Okay, I think this is the side view. Looks like we've got some chunks of the foam taken off. I can't tell if that's foam or not. Okay, I'm gonna keep moving camera angles here. Okay, we got kind of a split angle. The foam looks really healthy. I don't see any water inside. That's really impressive considering I've never drained these pontoons. That's actually really impressive. Okay, so our port side pontoon is looking really healthy. Not waterlogged, no cracks. Very impressed. All right, let me snake it slowly back out of here. Inside looks great, nice and dry. So I can't tell. We got a little chunk of foam taken out right there. you can see on the right side there. So is that sand or is that foam? Surely it's foam. Those look kind of big. I don't think that's salt. I think that's foam. Actually, I'm looking, this is the port, that's the starboard. I'm looking at it because I'm facing it the other way. All right, anyway. Okay, we've got the same thing going on. Okay, that's got to be chunks of foam. Dude, it looks bone dry in there. Look at that. That is bone stinking dry. Looks like, yeah, that's definitely foam. Oh, we got chunks of foam taken. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Big chunks of foam taken out here. Let me see if I can get a better angle here. What is this? Got some water. A little bit of water, it looks like. I need a different angle here. Hold on. I'm not seeing what I was just seeing. Okay, I mean, this looks better, but what was I just seeing? Let's just shove it deep in there. And we'll go back to the main view. I like the main view the best. What is that? Oh, that's the whole, okay. So it looks like the left side pontoon, yeah, is where, as you can see, the wires come in for the bow mount trolling motor plug. It's pretty cool. I think that's my own cord. Okay, yeah, that's the cord for the bow mount trolling motor. Let's go all the way in here. I thought I saw some water. Definitely no water sitting in the bottom here. Oh, the cord is wet. This thing is wet. There's definitely a little bit of moisture, which I totally expect. I was expecting these things to be pretty wet, honestly. Those are looking pretty healthy. I don't know what I was seeing there earlier. See if we can see it again. All right, so we do have a tad bit of water in this pontoon. But to be honest, okay, looks like the foam has kind of come off a little bit. We've got some water leakage in this pontoon. We've got some foam coming off. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn off the light and we're gonna see if there's any light coming through. Pitch black. All right, so we've got a good seal. Turn the light back on. Just a little bit of water coming in. Not even worth draining. All right, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I really thought the Pond Prowler was gonna be rough. Pond Prowler passed the test. I am really impressed. We got no light penetration. The foam is not waterlogged. It is not cracked. There are some chunks taken out, and there is no standing water in it. There is a little bit of moisture inside of there. But overall, I'm really, really impressed. No sand, no salt, just a little bit of foam. And that's pretty good because I actually walk on these pontoons. We were able to see the cord. The cord looked healthy. Okay, only problem is I can't find one of my daggum drain plugs. All right, there's one. Oh, great. Dadgummit. Dadgummit. Shoot. All right, I gotta figure that out. I've been looking everywhere for this stupid drain plug. You know where it's at? Under that thing, under the Borescope. What a daggone dingus I am, dude. Clean bill of health on the inside of the tunes. All right, I don't know how much we're gonna be able to see inside the Jon Boat, but I'm gonna stick it up its caboose anyway and see what happens. All right, I guess I could move this boat a little bit. I'm sitting in a palm tree. I'll be all right. Okay, so this is, let's see. That is the interior drain plug, and this is gonna be the exterior. I have never removed this once. I hope a bunch of water doesn't fly out. Okay, we're in. All right. Ooh, we got foam immediately. There's the wood transom. We might not be able to go very far. We might not be able to go very far at all. All right, hold on. I gotta get this sucker in there. Straighten you out. All right, we got to plan this ahead of time. This one's going to be a little bit more tricky. Stick it in, go straight down. The wood transom. Oh, there we go. There we go. Ugh. Shoot. Yeah, this hole is really tight. So, okay, so what you're seeing there on the top left of the screen, that is the bottom of the hole. Or that's the bottom of the top half of the hole. Then the black obviously is the very bottom of the boat. But it looks absolutely bone dry, and this is where all of the water would pool anyway. Okay, so this one has a really, really good seal. We're not going to be able to see the benches, unfortunately. I'm trying to push it as hard as I can, but it is just not working. All right, well, I would like to at least see the transom wood. If I can at least get a good look at that. Let me change the view here. There was some wood. Okay. Wood looks good. Big old thick piece of transom wood. All right, at least we know that our transoms can take a 6 horsepower motor. Well, I would do the dark test to see if any light's coming through, but there is going to be light coming through because I'm right at the drain plug. So that's not going to work. All right, folks, I think that's as deep as we're going to get. I'm glad to see that we do have a thick piece of wood here on the transom, and the foam is good. It is bone dry. So, you know, a lot of people say that these boats have bad seals, but based off what we've seen here today, they look really, really good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we did get some questions answered. We've got a cold front moving in. Today's not too bad, but I figured I would make a video like this because we've inspected the outside and I just really wanted to inspect the inside. Very, very happy to report that this boat has been through hell and back. It is the 2019 model. It is 2025, and you guys have seen the absolute torture I have put it through. So it even needs a new coating on the pontoons. So the fact that only one of the pontoons, the port side pontoon, has any sort of water inside of it is really, really impressive. I wonder if that has to do with it being the side of the trolling motor, because the trolling motor plug and the entrance into the pontoon over there is exposed. So it does have a additional point of entry, but the seal is looking good. I am extremely impressed with the lack of water in this boat in particular. I was really worried about this boat because it felt heavy. I thought it was waterlogged. I thought the closed cell foam just broke down and allowed water into it and soaked it up, but that is not the case at all. Extremely impressed with that. The Jon Boat, I couldn't really see a whole lot because of the way that this hull is designed, but I'm glad to see there is not a drop of water in it, even after my rough water test where we have stuffed the bow. So actually, these rubber seals that everybody says is absolutely worthless, there's even people who day one seal them up more than they already are. Listen, I'm in saltwater, I'm in the ocean, I'm in rough waves, rough conditions. I'm not having any issues with them, so extremely impressed. Very happy to see that. Very happy to see no holes. Healthy wood going on the transom. If you would like to do a pontoon inspection, which I highly recommend after some use, because as you can see, that thing has been abused, I would definitely pick up this product. It's from DXZtoz. I will link it in the description below, but this thing is super cool. I had a ton of fun with it. I'm definitely going to use this to help myself rig up on the kayaks, because the kayaks, you know, with the live scope and the black box and the GT54, all that crap, it's a little bit hard to see inside. So this is also going to help me rig up kayaks for the charter. So thanks to these guys for making this video possible, and I am one happy camper today, I tell you that much.